Same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Don't stress, just save up to $200 on select tires with financing at our Les Schwab Fall Tire Sale. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
More into the numbers in this one. Evergreen, a team, they come into the night 1-5, but as Justin and I talked about, weird schedule for Evergreen. We'll talk about what they've done because they've only played 6 countable games, but they've played 12. We'll tell about who they played here in a bit as we take time out as we count down to tip-off. About 12 minutes away from our lineup call here in Klamath Falls on 92.5 KLAD. All right, take a break. I'm going to get the starters. Yeah. For the women, Melissa.
You're still doing a great job.
Oh, thank you, Paul.
Mike was coming down, wanted to know why we weren't peaking the pregame show. I'm like, because all the pregame show was 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
All right, I got to email this.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Klamath Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Klamath Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginning serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Klamath Falls Honda and Klamath Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
At Papa Murphy's, we know family time is more important than ever. And our family wants to do all we can to help your family. So we're making it easier to get pizza made from scratch that you bake at home by offering online ordering everywhere and delivery and curbside pickup where we can. So you can keep family time as normal as possible. Papa Murphy's, we're in this together.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Bobby back here at Danny Miles Court as Oregon Tech gets set to take on Evergreen, and this has been a series recently that has really been lopsided. The fact that Oregon Tech has dominated the Gooey Ducks to the tune of 40-9 all time, and Tech has won 13 straight games against Evergreen dating back about 10 seasons.
Yeah, it is. And it has been. It has been lopsided. You always are glad to see Evergreen be able to field a team and whatnot, and they've got more players, it seems like, now this year than they've had in some of the past seasons, which it's nice to see. But they're still working at it and trying to get up off the floor, the bottom 3 or 4 teams in the league. And it seems to, as we go along, that a lot of your teams that were middle are coming to the upper and knocking off some of the uppers. And this way it's evening the thing out. But still, you have some work for Evergreen. You have some work at the same time for Walla Walla. And these are the teams, and there was a time last year was the first year Multnomah had ever beaten Oregon Tech. That was the first year, and you have to give credit where credit is due. They keep working at it, and hopefully, eventually, they'll be on the same, on an equal level.
And Evergreen this year's played a strange schedule. As I mentioned, they come in tonight with a 1-5 record. They've played 6 exhibitions. And they played 2 Division I's, Idaho and Portland State, and then they played the who's who of the GNAC. They played at Northwest Nazarene, at St. Martin's, at Seattle Pacific, at Central Washington. All of them have been lopsided losses. And GNAC is good basketball, but that's taking the lamb to the slaughterhouse sometimes when you sit there and look that you're playing that kind of schedule. Really reminded me, honestly, of the COVID season for College of Idaho, when nobody in the Cascade Conference would play, nobody on the West Coast would play, and that year's C of I's schedule during the month of December, it was University of Portland, it was Utah State, it was Boise State, it was Eastern Washington, it was Seattle University, it was Utah, and you couldn't exhibition those games because you had to try to get to 15 countable contests just to qualify for the postseason, which was bad for the Yotes that year.
Oh, yeah.
Because they changed the level of the playing field in February, and all of a sudden they go, nope, you only needed 8. And so C of I, they went to the end of the season. They were 9-9 that year. If you take those 6 losses against the Division I teams, all of a sudden they're 9-3. That looks a heck of a lot better in the rating system. They might have gotten in to the national tournament that season. What a weird deal that is, but for Evergreen, a team that, as Justin mentioned, kind of a tough team. They like to get to the baseline. They like to drive to the basket. They've got some playmakers that do some good things. Lane Kennedy is a returner, but newcomers Tyler Williford averaging nearly a double-double, 12 points and 9 rebounds a game. Jaden Upshaw, their leading scorer, 18 points a night for Upshaw, a guy who can really fill it up. But the key for Oregon Tech, as Justin mentioned in that pregame interview, up and down. You thought last night running the lanes for Oregon Tech and playing tempo, he wants it even faster tonight. He said, second night, we've got to show that we've got the athleticism and we've got the go, knowing that Evergreen's had a short bench and they want to run and gun tonight. And I know you're excited to see that.
Well, I am, and I look at this, from Evergreen last night when they're over at Southern Oregon. Here you had Upshaw, who averages 17, got 7. Joseph, who averages 15, got 2. And the only one of the big 3 that came through for them was Williford, who had 18 points and 9 boards. He had a big game, and everybody else was silent.
And a lot of that predicated against the Southern Oregon defense in that one. But remember, it was 33-32 in that game. Just before halftime, and Southern went on a little bit of a run. They had a 8-point lead at halftime and just rolled in the second half. They got some big performances. Tez Allen went over the 1,000-point mark in that contest last night. And the guy who really had a big game against Oregon Tech last Saturday, Will Graves, he scored 25, and he was 5 of 5 from 3, really coming in his own. in that victory. But for Evergreen tonight, they've got to knock down outside shots. That's really the key. If they can't knock down an outside shot, this could be a really tough night for them. But that's why you lace them up and play. And I know Oregon Tech going to wear their off-color uniforms for the first time this season. They'll be wearing the grays tonight, and a little different look as we count down to tip-off.
Yeah, I've noticed that when they came out earlier and everything, and it's with the gray unis, and it will be. And I'm just looking forward to seeing how this game goes. I think that if Oregon Tech can do exactly what they did last night, it's going to be a great evening for the Oregon Tech men.
It'll be a fun one as we will send it back to the studio for a final timeout, and then when we come back, Scott Allen will have the introductions, we hope, and we will have the tip-off. It's Oregon Tech and Evergreen here on 92.5 KLAD. And now for the starting lineups, Mr. Scott Allen.
Cascade Collegiate Conference men's basketball starts now with our Lithia, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram starting lineups. First, welcome the visitors from Olympia, Washington, the Evergreen State College Geoducks. Starting at guard, a 5'11 junior from Silverdale, Washington, number 0, Jaden Upshaw. At guard, the 5'9 freshman from Tacoma, Washington, number 2, Alex Glenn. At guard, a 6'3 senior, Salt Lake City, Utah, number 5, Mikey Hernandez. At forward, a 6'5 junior from Spokane, Washington, 23, Lane Kennedy. And at forward, a 6'6 junior from Tacoma, Washington, 34, Tyler Williford. The Geoducks are coached by head coach Franklin Johnson. He's assisted by Kyler Witt. It's time to fly, Hooter fans! Here tonight's 3-time NAIA national champion, Hustlin' Al Lithia starting 5. A 6'1 guard, the sophomore from Vancouver, Washington, number 3, KO Cam Osborne. At guard, 6'4" sophomore from the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, number 5, Eric Frazier. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore, Wilsonville, Oregon, 23, Keegan Shivers. And at forward, the 6'10" senior from Petaluma, California, 25, Joey Potts. At forward, 6'7" junior, Mount Shasta, California, 33, Cody Bauman. The Hustle Owls are coached by head coach Justin Parnell. He's assisted by Mitch Fink and Paul Boach.
Glad you could join us here tonight. I love the introductions from Mr. Scott Allen. Again, as we look at those lineups here tonight, Bobby, the starters: Osborne, Fraser, Shivers, Bauman, and Potts. It's Upshaw, Glenn, Hernandez, Kennedy, and Williford for Evergreen. The play-by-play, the Hall of Famer, Bobby Thompson.
Hey, thank you, Mike Safford. As we get ready for them, referees checking around. You ready? You ready? Guys all ready to play basketball? Good, then we'll toss it up. Okay, here we go. Potts. I don't blame Williford. He didn't even jump. Potts has about 6 inches in height on him. He just said no. So Tech with the ball into the front court. Now the ball comes way back out to Potts over on the wing. Now back over to Osborne and to Fraser. Fraser with it back out to down around. They just keep winding it around. Get it down inside to Fraser. Back over. Drive the baseline underneath the Shivers. Give it underneath. Roll it up and no good on the first shot taken by Oregon Tech's Cody Bauman. And the basketball off into the hands of Evergreen State, and they come the other way. Out in front, Alex Glenn calling out the plays, gets the ball in. Now driving to the other side is Hernandez. Hernandez gives the ball up to Upshaw. Upshaw at the foul line, shot on the way, good by Tyler Williford. Picks up where he left off last night when he had 18 against SOU. Front court, Tech with the ball, give and go down underneath. Oh, path, slam it down. Whoa, wow. I mean, that went Shivers to Osborne to Potts. Wham, wham, bam. Oh, tied at 2. 18:50 remaining here in the first half. Final game before the first almost of the year. It's the final game with Christmas break now. All right, still out dribbling around is Upshaw. Drives down, fades over to the right-hand side to pass it down to Williford. Williford's got it. Potts picks his pocket. Gives it up to Osborne. Osborne in the front court. Get it over. Long cross-court pass to Fraser down along the baseline to Joy Potts. Now way out on top of the ball to Fraser. Fraser and over on the left wing. Now they get it inside. Bauman on the dribble. Turn, jump hook. Bauman good.
You can't stop that.
No, and he goes. Bauman puts it in, and it's 4-2 in favor of Oregon Tech. Back the other way comes Alex Glenn. Glenn with the ball, dribbling way out on top, drives to the foul line, now gives the ball back up to Kennedy. Now down to Williford, now back out to Kennedy. Kennedy back down to Williford. Williford wants to drive, can't find a way to get around Potts, comes back out on top, driving down the middle, going to the hoop, flipping it up. Oh my goodness, back and in. What a shot by Kennedy, Lane Kennedy. I mean, he couldn't even see the basket. Now we got a whistle and a foul down at the other end, and this foul is going to go against Alex Glenn. But that play by Kennedy was unreal, Mike Safford, I tell you.
He threw it almost to the top of the backboard. Had no clue where it was going. He just used his momentum and got it in.
He did get it in. Oh, right there, another bucket as I look up, I think, to Mr. Cody Bauman.
Just off the baseline, out of bounds play, just an easy little shuffle pass by Osborne, and he got it.
Back up 6-4. All right, front court. Glenn, drive out, get it back out. Now they go down to Williford. Williford against Potts. Now he comes way out. Here's Kennedy. Kennedy wants to drive back his way. Whirls in the lane. A little 12-footer no, and the foul's going to go against Cody Bauman.
I thought Bauman was pretty straight up in that situation. I don't think he was leaning in, but I think it was the driving Lane Kennedy that drew that contact.
So that will send Kennedy to the foul line. Lane Kennedy Shot on the way is good. I'll tell you, this is a foul shooting team. They're at 7-9-6 going into last night, and they made 9 of 11. So certainly, probably at 8. Missed the second one though. The old broadcaster jinx. All right, Tech still by 1. Bauman a long 3 over and off. It went up in the air, popped back down, but would not go down. All right, quickly to the other end and losing the handle on the ball. Is picked up again by the Gooey Ducks. Out for a long 3 on the way. Back of the iron, no good on the shot by Upshaw. And here comes Tech the other way with Osborne. Tech with a 1-point lead with 16:45 remaining in the first half. Osborne holding on to the ball, looking to the right-hand side to Bauman. Instead, he decides to dribble, go straight down underneath, want to put it in, and we got a whistle. And there will be a foul. And the foul is going to go against Mikey Hernandez. So Mikey Hernandez bailed Osborne out of the jam that he was in. Because there's no way he was making a basket where he was.
You know,
he
Bobby,
was no man's land.
One thing we haven't talked about, the fact that Frankie Johnson's the head coach at Evergreen, a guy who was a great player, did a great job under Tim Mulroy as an assistant, just a great guy.
Yeah, Frankie Johnson. Of course, you and I still call him Frankie. He goes by Franklin to those who don't know him as Frankie. And both shots are good by Osborne. And Tech now 3-point lead. That is the biggest of the night here with 16:30 remaining in the first half. Into the front court comes Upshaw. Upshaw on the dribble. Bounces it over to Glenn. Down in the corner, way back out to Upshaw. Now to Glenn again. He wants to drive in, switches hands. Shot just got glass, that's all. Rebound came long to Potts. Here comes Osborne. Into the front court, going to drive all the way to the hoop and put it in. He almost dunked that ball.
I think I'm counting it a dunk.
I would say that was. I mean, it went down quick. He was right up there. And it's good to see him playing this well. He's feeling a little better, but he still is the injured shoulder. There's no two ways about it. Long 3 ball, no good. Williford, he went, or rather Lane Kennedy tipped it back out. Now Williford hits a little foul line jump to get the boys, the Gooey Ducks, back within 3 at 10-7. Tech in the front court. Fraser on the right wing. Goes down low, up and in. Great pass from Fraser to his teammate from the Portland area. And, of course, that's Keegan Shivers from Wilsonville. And it's back to a 5-point Tech lead with 5:20 remaining, half the first half. Holding the ball is Glenn. Now goes to the right-hand side. Back to Kennedy. Kennedy wants to bounce down to Wilford. Williford wants to go around, tries to shoot over Potts, and the ball went way too long. Rebound comes down into the hands of Shivers. Shivers brings it across the timeline into the front court. Now they get it back out on top. Now wing it off to the left to Osborne. Gets it into Potts. Will he go for his first dunk? Or no, nice shovel pass. And guess what? Who dunks it? Bauman dunks it.
Oh, great pass, post to post.
Oh, I tell you.
They felt the double team to Joey Potts, knew someone's open, got it to Bauman for the dunk.
And we got a timeout, 14:47 remaining first half, 14-7. Tech will be back.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Tech going to have a different unit as they come back out on the floor as Jamison Guerra along with Kai Faust, and also get a chance to see Jay Elmore out there to start this possession, Bobby.
Yeah, and they join Potts and Fraser, the only two that stayed in the game from the starting lineup. All right, ball put in play by Evergreen State. Right here in front of us. Now back on top to Glenn. Glenn goes over on the far side. Now takes a return pass. Now gets it over on this left-hand side to Upshaw. He jumps up a 3. Off the iron, no good. Potts gets the rebound. Clears it off to Guerra. Jamison now will give it up to Kai Faust. Over in the corner. 3 ball on the way by Elmore. Short off the rim. Rebound Kai Faust, who had a great game. Missed his shot. Rebound They had 2 shots at it, Fraser and Faust, wouldn't go down, and the rebound came off to the Evergreen State. And walking the ball back to the front court now is Upshaw. Upshaw gives the ball over, and the ball pocket is picked. Had it to Hernandez. Go. Potts wants to lay it up. No. And they're wanting an intentional.
See how they call this one.
I'm glad that Joey Potts wasn't hurt. Yeah.
It is an intentional.
Intentional foul.
That's a right call in that situation.
Yeah. Okay, will be charged on Hernandez.
So 2 free throws and possession for Oregon Tech.
Or no, I guess it wasn't on Hernandez. I guess it was on Hernandez. Number 5. Shot by Potts is good. And he'll have another one. Franklin Johnson talking.
They're trying to figure out why the substitution came in that situation. While we have this little bit of a break. C of I leading Warner Pacific 57-42. That's midway through the second half. Eastern with a 7-point lead on Multnomah. And Southern, Bobby, 8 minutes in, leads 35-15 on Northwest.
Wow. They're the real deal, I'll tell you. Okay, the Potts makes them. It's now 16-7.
Looks like Noah Thomas trying to get himself into the game.
Fraser comes out. Thomas comes in. Guerra, Faust, and Potts in the lineup for Tech. And Guerra looking to get the ball in, still looking, and lobs it way long out to Thomas, who wants to roll to the hoop and score. Just like that. Boy, he can elevate, can't he, Mike?
And soft hands around the basket. That one had just some great touch.
11-point lead for Tech. Bringing the ball into the front court is Alex Glenn. Glenn takes a return pass. Now Glenn on the drive. Glenn gives it up to Upshaw. Upshaw on the right side comes way back out to Glenn. Glenn wants to drive against Thomas. Comes now to the corner. In the corner on this side is Williford. And now they give it up. Guerra comes the other way. Thomas off the glass. That one won't go, but it's tipped up and in by Joey Potts. Potts with the tip. Joey now with 4 in the game. And it's 20-7 already for Oregon Tech. Front court. Kennedy has it. Kennedy goes over with the ball to O'Neal, who came in when they took Hernandez out. And the foul's going to be called on Jamison Guerra. And with that, we got a timeout. 13:06 remaining first half. Oregon Tech 20 and Evergreen State 7. I could probably use one.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
From our humble beginnings, serving members from a small garage, to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together, we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Well, you're more than just an auto loan or checking account. You're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Bobby, a quick start for the Hustlin' Owls. 8 of 14 from the field in this one, 57%. 6 for Potts, 4 for Osborne to pace the way. Also 6 for Cody Bauman. Evergreen just 3 of 8, and they've turned it over 3 times.
All right, thank you very much, Michael. And Evergreen will put the ball in play under their basket.
Blake Jensen in for Oregon Tech, so 5 reserves out there for OIT.
Get the ball in to the big guy, that's Williford. Now over to out on top. Looking to see, okay, also in the game came Jordan Joseph. He did not start tonight, but he had been a starter most of the games they played. Ball turned over by Evergreen. Tech comes the other way. Guerra gives it up, put it up and in by Thomas. How he acrobatically turned around and did that, I don't know, but he did. And it's 22-7. Back in the front court comes Joseph. Joseph on the dribble with the left hand and the colorful pennies. Gets it at the post position to Kennedy. Back in. Now we're going to have a reach-in foul. I think we'll see what goes on. It's going to be on Noah Thomas. Thomas will pick up the personal foul.
Bobby Tech on a 12-0 run over the last 5 minutes.
Looking to get the ball in, and they do in the corner for a three, and he stepped out. Turnover. Had his foot on the out-of-bounds line. The ball will go over to Oregon Tech.
He's got size 12s. He needed size 10s.
I will agree. Guerra comes to the front court, gets it over to Noah Thomas. Give it to Elmore. Long three on the way. This one in and out of the hopper. He's 0 for 2 tonight. And we have a jump ball called. And the possession arrow will go back to Evergreen. And Evergreen trailing 22-7 and 12-13 remaining first half will put it in play. And out of the backcourt for Evergreen comes DeAndre Russ. DeAndre on the dribble. Gives it over to the near side here to Joseph. Now to Williford. Now back to Russ. Now again back to Joseph. Back to Williford. Williford trying to find a way to get in. Can't do it. Good D to Kennedy. Now they get it into Williford. Fade away shot on the way. No. Rebound cleared off by Kai Faust. Coming down is Guerra. Back out to Faust. Over, they wing it around the outside. Thomas now with the ball. Now back to Guerra. Now back over down along the baseline to Faust. Now they wing it again to Elmore as they're still on the outside. Thomas to get it to Guerra, and Guerra's going to be called for a travel.
Shuffled his feet. He just a little too antsy that time with Jameson Guerra.
He did the old shuffle step, and so Guerra turns it over. Coming out of the lineup for Tech is Elmore. And coming in for Tech, coming back in, is going to be Keegan Shivers. Shivers back into the game for Tech. Front court on the dribble, Joseph. Joseph gives it up to Russ. Russ now to the big guy, Williford. Now they go around the other side, comes back over to Williford. Williford wants to drive, going to go to the hoop, put it off the glass, shot won't go. Rebound cleared off for Oregon Tech by Shivers. Give it up to Guerra, back to Shivers, NBA three, off the iron. Oh, what a up in the air. How did Faust? Did you see how high Kai Faust went?
Almost his elbows above the rim.
Above the rim, and the foul was going to go against Lauren O'Neill. Will pick up the personal foul. At the line will be Kyson Faust. Faust, what a leap that was. Holy cow.
4 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists last night for Kai Faust.
One of the MVP picks last night for you. Guerra out, Thomas out, Osborne back in, Fraser back in, and Popcorn on the floor. And look at Fraser. He's helping the young gal get that cleaned up. They got that all out of the way. It must be, it's awful big popcorn. If it's popcorn, I don't know what it is. All right, at the line, Kai Faust, shot on the way. No, off the back of the iron, will not go. 23-7 is the score. Russ comes to the front court. They get it out on top. Williford wants to drive, and he's going to be fouled by Kai Faust. Faust was riding him pretty hard down the lane, and he'll pick up the personal foul, his first, on Kyson Faust. 14 foul against Tech, 3 against Evergreen. Faust will sit down, and back into the game for Oregon Tech will be Cody Bauman. All right, Evergreen gets the ball in. Out on top with it. Now let's give the ball back to Joseph. Joseph on the dribble. Going to line up a long three ball, and he hits it. Joseph with the three cuts the lead to 23-10 with 10:30 remaining in half number one. Osborne on the dribble across the timeline against Russ. Now gets it over to Fraser, back to Osborne. Osborne now back over to Frazier. Frazier has the ball slapped out of his hand. And Tech will take it out. 17 seconds remaining on the shot clock. 10:18 on the game clock. Ball comes into Osborne. Cam wants to drive. He's in traffic. Lean in. Little 6-footer. Roll around and down. It won't count. He's out Charles for a charge.
He's calling for a flop, did Cam Osborne, but he didn't get the call.
Wow. The guy was called for the flop.
No, it was that's what Cam wanted.
He wanted, yeah. Okay, I got you. I was trying to figure that one out. Thank you.
He said, "I didn't hit him."
And so the foul on Osborne negates the basket, so it's still 23-10. But Joseph wants to shoot as he drives to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled on the play, and he'll have 2 shots. And the foul is going to be charged to Blake Jensen. Jensen will pick up his first personal foul, and that will send Jordan Joseph to the foul line. On the season, perfect 14 for 14.
This is their ammo for Evergreen. They want to get to the line. An 80% foul shooting team. The more free throws they shoot, it slows the game down, the better they are, and they're in the bonus the rest of the way.
And right now, he's now still perfect at the line. Williford has missed only 1 in 23 times, and Russ has missed only 1 in 18 times. And as advertised, a perfect 2 for 2 on Jordan Joseph. He's now 16 for 16 on the season. Tech lead cut to 11. Osborne gets the ball down in the corner to Bauman. Bauman brings it back out. Driving down the lane, giving it back, trying to give it back to Bauman. Now it's kicked way back inside. Picked up, lobbed inside, and musical chairs that went off of OIT 3 times and then out of bounds. You talk about a hot potato, Mike Stafford. That was 1 turnover, Oregon Tech.
It wasn't just, I think, 1 turnover. It was about 4 turnovers.
Oh, yeah. They
ball
saved
just
it.
kept pinballing around.
They saved it about 3 times, but finally lost it. All right, ball over to Russ right here in front of us. Now out on top with it to Kennedy. Kennedy wants to pull up. He puts up a 17-footer. No. Rebound Jensen. Gets it ahead to Osborne. Cam down on the sideline. Now goes to the center of the court. Gives it over in the corner. Now back out to Cam Osborne. Now on the other side with it. Shot on the way, no good by Shivers. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. And it will go back to Evergreen. So all of a sudden, now Potts will come back in the game. And Jensen will sit down. We've gone stagnant, Michael.
You took the word right out of my mouth, Bobby. Just offensively, no intensity. And also, they've slowed it down. Tech was doing great when they were running and getting up down the floor.
And Russ into the front court. Russ on the drive to the right side. Down, terminates, gets it inside. Kennedy in traffic. Shot no good, gets his own rebound. Gets it out for a long one by Joseph. Good, he's hit 2 of them now. Back-to-back threes here for Joseph. And they're within 8 points now after being behind by double digits for quite a while. Now, nice pass, but then fouled on the play. Good pass in there by Cody Bauman to Eric Frazier. Frazier fouled on the play, and he will go to the line to shoot. That's the first personal foul on Jordan Joseph. And that will send Eric Frazier, 81% on the season, at the foul line. First shot, back iron and off. No good by Frazier. Frazier, one of our top 3 foul shooters, and that one is a miss. Frazier, along with Keegan Shivers and Jamison Guerra, by far the 3 best foul shooters on the Owls that have been to the line. I imagine Elmore would fit in with that, but he's had trouble getting to the line. All right, shot by Frazier, makes 1 of 2. And the lead back up to 9. And here comes Evergreen, feeling a little more confident right now about this game.
Oh, look at those hands.
Nice save. What quick hands. Boy, I'll tell you.
I saved Bobby.
Oh, yeah, Kennedy, thank you. He saved me. Mike Stafford restore. I looked up, and I tell you, I couldn't have gotten out of the way of that if my life depended on it. That was a fastball, and it was high. Oh, my. All right, Joseph, front court, down on the right wing. He's hit 2 threes back-to-back. Here goes Kennedy. Oh, nice pass by Kennedy in the corner. Williford, no good. Or not Williford, in fact. That was not Williford. But now this time it's over to Kennedy. Kennedy's got it, bounces it back over here to Joseph, and he tries a big NBA three. And wow, I mean that one, Mike, was almost in front of you.
That was 30 feet.
Yeah, and it's a 24-18 game. They only trail it by 6. Driving down, going to the hoop, missing the shot, but he's fouled on the play. Is Fraser. Foul is going to go against Lauren O'Neill. Kyson Faust will come back into the game. They say it's a 2-shot foul. You have to wait till the first one to come in, said the official. So Fraser now back at the line again. First shot on the way, perfect. Faust will come back in, and he will replace Bauman. And back into the game, Kennedy is going to take a rest. And coming back in
was Upshaw.
Second shot by Fraser, no good. He's 2 for 4 tonight. Wow. And the rebound cleared off by Evergreen, trailing only by 7 points, and they come the other way. Way out on top is Joseph with the ball. He's had the hot hand. Bounces it to the high post to Williford. Now they get it back over. Driving with it. Now back over to Joseph. Down to 6 seconds. Joseph's going to be called for a travel. Even I could call that one, Mike.
He was trying to get the play that a couple of the NBA guys get where they get a little extra move.
A little extra and nobody blows the whistle.
Not there.
Shivers came out of the game.
Ja Morant is who I was thinking of. Does that all the time.
And he was replaced by Elmore. Driving is Osborne. Gets it out in the corner. Potts standing back. Now gets it back out to Elmore on top. He wanted to take a 3 for a minute and then didn't. Now they get it to Elmore. Open for a long one on the way. Over and off. No good. Elmore has been cold in this game so far since he's come in. Osborne takes it to the well. Nice play by Cam Osborne. Boy, did we need that.
Nice hesitation dribble. Crossed his hands as he was driving into the paint. First basket for the Owls in about 6 minutes.
Yeah, he's got 6 points along with Potts, each of them to lead the Owls in scoring. They lead at 27-18. But the Owls have kind of lethargic here for the last few minutes. Down in the corner, open 3, over and off, no. Nice offensive rebound in there by Williford. Next shot on the way, no good. Firehouse gets the rebound. Kai pulls it down. Ahead to Osborne, over to Elmore. Now in the corner to Potts. Now almost threw it away, but back to Elmore as they wing it way around the outside. Now along the baseline, they get it. Now back to Elmore. Elmore cross over to Osborne. Osborne wants to drive in, go to the hoop, lay it off the glass, no. And a blocking foul is going to be called, and Osborne will shoot 2. Blocking foul on the play. And it is going to be called against Lauren O'Neill. And O'Neill, that's his second personal foul. We got a timeout. Timeout with 6:06 remaining in the first half. 27-18 Oregon Tech.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Joseph hasn't missed at all. Make. Well, back here at Danny Miles Court, and Mike Safford, the big thing that's got the Gooey Duck back in this game is that Jordan Joseph came off the bench. Some of the times he starts, some he doesn't, but he's 3 for 3 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 at the foul line. He's looking at 11 points. Cam Osborne now at the foul line for Tech. First shot, good. Cam in the game with 6 points. Make it 7 for Cam Osborne. It's back up to a 10-point lead. Cam's had a nice weekend. It's really, he'd been struggling for quite some time, and he's had a nice weekend. Good to see it. All right, way out on top is Joseph. As they double team him, they get it back over for a long three on the way. Swisher-Risky for Jordan Joseph on a great pass from Upshaw. And they cut the lead to 8 again. And Joseph is now perfect with a big amount of points, 14. Down low on the pass, knocked out of bounds, and the ball will remain in Oregon Tech's hands. Coming back into the game will be Lane Kennedy, the man who gave Safford a fist bump for saving my life early on in the game when the ball was coming right at my head. Now down to Faust, down low. His shot's blocked. Nice play by Williford. Now scramble for the ball. It's all over the place. Elmore comes back up with it. Will not go. It went in and out. Wouldn't go in, though. And back they come the other way with Evergreen State. Into the front court. Into the hands of Joseph. Launches another NBA three. This one, he finally missed one. He's human. That was a good 30-footer. Thomas comes the other way and puts up a shot. Back iron, no good. Rebound by Elmore's no good. And the ball out of bounds, and we're going to have the ball going over. And we'll see. Evidently, they're calling a foul on Kyson Faust. Calling a foul on Kai Faust. And with that, we got a timeout. 4:59 remaining in the first half. Oregon Tech 29, Evergreen State 21.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Go with scores when we come back.
Sure. Appreciate it.
Elsewhere around the Cascade Conference this afternoon, Southern Oregon at halftime leading Northwest 53-23. Halftime, it is Eastern Oregon over Multnomah 48-35. It is a minute and a half left. College of Idaho 71, Warner Pacific 56. Later today, it is Corbin and Lewis Clark State, and Bushnell and Walla Walla.
Okay, thank you, Michael Safford. Foul line shot no good. Taken by Russ. He had been 17 of 18 on the year. Thomas front court with the ball out on top now to Fraser. And they wing it around to the right-hand side to Faust. Kai wants to drive along the baseline. Kicks out a pass for a long three on the way by Osborne. Over and off, will not go. Thomas tried to save it. Throws it back in beautifully to Faust. Faust back to Thomas. Three ball. Bingo! Oh, well deserved. I tell you, by Mr. Thomas.
Oh, it was his hustle play that saved that possession. Then Faust did a great job to find him, and he's rewarded with a three.
Yeah, he was. That was great. 32-21, Tech by a dozen. Youngsters are getting better all the time. Driving down, can't know where to go. Now get the ball back out to Joseph. He has been a lethal weapon if there ever was one. Lethal weapon 6, we'll call him, huh? Get it into the big guy. Now back for another long three ball. This one up, will not go, and the rebound comes off in the hands of Fraser. Fraser's going to bring it to the front court. Almost lost it. Almost got mugged. Going to go to the hoop, give it to Potts. Oh, Potts went up. It came down. He was going to dunk it. It went out of his hands straight up in the air. Came down through the hoop. He's fouled. He gets the basket to boot. Wow.
Unreal right there, Bobby.
I tell you, 34-21. Osborne comes out. Faust comes out. Played very well, very hard, and Potts will go to the foul line to see what he can do after the darndest dunk that was not a dunk that we've ever seen. Potts foul shot, in and out. Tough roll for Joey on that one. It went down and popped out right into the hands of Tyler Williford, who gives the ball up to Russ. Russ into the front court. That's DeAndre Rust. Now it goes on right side to Williford. Williford backs his way in against Potts, wants to go up with it. Go up again. He's fouled by Joey. Joey got him on the head. And so Potts picks up the personal foul, and on Joey, that is his first personal foul. And that will send Williford to the line for 2 shots. 3:28 remaining here in the first half. First shot no good. 34-21 Tech. Potts will sit down, and back into the game for Oregon Tech will definitely be Blake Jensen, if I can find him out there. Yeah, there he is. Second shot by Williford good, and it's 34-22. Get the ball across the timeline. Shivers has it. Shivers looking, finds the streaking freshman. Now back over to Shivers. He goes right to the hoop, and the ball would not go down. He drove it beautifully to the hoop, and it wouldn't go down. The rebound comes off, and here comes Evergreen all the way. And oh, wow. Put it up and in, count the basket.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they're going to call a flop on Thomas, even though it looked like he got popped in the chin. Oh, boy.
Well, I'll tell you, it's 10-point lead now, and back to the line. Parnell discussing the call, and the foul shot is good. Parnell trying to explain to Cesania that he missed the play entirely. I didn't know if when he hit the floor, it almost looked like his foot slid right in front of the guy, but I don't think it was intentional. Well, Tech's lead is 10 as they come back down the other way. Thomas gets it down to Fraser. Back to Thomas, or rather over now out to Guerra. Guerra's going to drive right-hand side. Finds Thomas. Thomas on the dribble. Goes clear back over. Now from the corner for 3. No good, taken by Fraser. Great hustle on the offensive rebound for Oregon Tech by Shivers, and it's knocked out of bounds. And we'll see what the official over at the desk, Mike, what's he calling?
He was trying to get what the right score is, and should be 25.
Should be 34-25.
Should be.
Mike Garrard's going to want to make sure they put it on the deal for you. Shot by Shivers for 3 is no good. The rebound comes along to Guerra. Now he goes to Thomas, who wants to drive to the hoop, off the glass and down by the freshman. Holy cow, Noah Thomas. That's 36-24. Out on top with the basketball, Upshaw. Upshaw drives behind the back pass, goes out of bounds. Go back to Oregon Tech.
Yeah, the point that they're missing is on the free throw that Upshaw made on the technical. That is not on there.
All right.
But the official book is the official book, so if they don't change it, that's the way it is.
Okay.
That's how basketball works, unfortunately.
Over to Guerra for a long 3. Off the iron, no good. Rebound. And the ball will go back over to Evergreen State. Back into the game will be Lauren O'Neill for the Gooey Duck. Comes back in. 36-24. And now bringing the ball out of the back court is going to be Alex Glenn. Glenn into the front court. Glenn will give the ball up to O'Neill. O'Neill wants to drive, whirls in the lane, loses the handle, stolen by Thomas. The freshman steals it, gets it ahead to Shivers. Now over for Fraser's 3 ball. In and out, won't go. Tech not doing very well from the 3 tonight at all. And with 1:20 remaining in the first half, Evergreen walks the ball into the front court, trailing by 11.
1 for 11, Bobby. From 3.
From last night, good, to tonight, lousy. All right, driving down in the lane. Wow, missing the shot. Rebound, Williford saves it. He got the rebound for Upshaw. Now they get it back out. They get it clear back out, and a long 3 on the way, and that one is good by Upshaw, and it's 36-28 with 55 seconds to go. Actually, it should be 29, right, Mike?
28. They've got it right.
Oh, they got it right now. Okay. So there we go. They did get it. Oh, bad pass. Thomas saves it, and then it's knocked out of bounds. Upshaw wanted to say it was off them, but he didn't get away with it. They said no. Shivers comes out of the game, and back into the game comes Elmore. 36-28. No one said it would be easy. Tech has been not shooting the ball very well, especially from three-point land. That one goes to Jensen. He dunks it, and he's fouled on the play. Great pass to Jensen. I tell you. Was that Frazier that made the pass? Or
it was Guerra.
That's what I thought. Guerra made the pass. Frazier took it to the well. Around Frazier. Holy cow. Taking it to the well, of course, was Jensen, and he slammed it, and he goes to the line, and that foul was the second foul of the foul shot is good. Second foul of the game against Lane Kennedy. So now it's back up to an 11-point lead. Difference of 5-second shot clock, game clock here in the first half, as we're down 22 on the shot, 27 on the game. And they're going to run it down as long as they can until they get the shot they want. They get the ball over, now driving with it, and they get it out on top to Upjohn. Shot good. Wow, Upshaw hits the bucket to make it 39-30. Still 6 seconds to go. Guerra driving down 3 seconds.
Terrible.
And turns it over. Doubly. And so they got 1.9 to take it out on the side. And guess who's coming back in the game immediately?
Why
Joseph.
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
I mean, he can put it up for 40 and make it. Just stay on him. They get the ball, throw it, long shot on the way. No, it wouldn't get to the basket, and that's the end of the first half. Interesting first half of sorts, as Oregon Tech will go to the locker room leading 39-30, but can't be too well pleased with the second 15 minutes of the game.
When you think about that, Bobby, the biggest key right there is first 7 minutes, Oregon Tech played basketball the way that they wanted to play basketball. And then all of a sudden, Evergreen willed their way, played the slow-down basketball game, and all of a sudden we got a tight one here. As it is 39-30 here at halftime, we'll take a timeout, come back, and we'll have our halftime report. We're live here from Klamath Falls on 92.5 KLAD. All right. Oh, look, I get Kaylee Elliott. Robert? Kaylee, you need one? Oh yeah, they're shooting them out of the cannon now. We've been practicing the balls going out of the cannon for those.
Since dance
90 seconds.
Ready, guys, ready? Give me 5, 5, 5. Back row. You can go to the time. All right. Is this everybody? No, the other half's over there. Oh, gosh, dang. All right. We have the most talented young people in the entire Clapping Basin here tonight. You got that phone ready? You got that phone ready? All right, here we go. Ladies, it's all yours.
Back here at Danny Miles Court, glad you could join us here on our halftime show as Oregon Tech holds a 39-30 lead on Evergreen State. Earlier tonight, Lady Owls picked up a big 90-67 win over Evergreen State, and we're joined by junior forward Kaylee Elliott, 10 points, a couple rebounds, and it's got to feel a lot better. With 2 wins, you get to go home for Christmas. But after last week, that tough loss against Southern Oregon, has to be great to rebound and get 2 W's in the win column.
Yeah, it feels really good. I feel like we just came together as a team, and we needed that loss last weekend to just refocus this week and get better.
And you think back that first road trip in conference play, you know, the score might not have been indicative of how well you guys played at Eastern Oregon. I mean, that's a very good basketball team. Came back on really short rest, picked up a win against College of Idaho, and then it was really the first clunker of the season against Southern. But you guys have been very steady, but made a couple tweaks to your lineup and pushed the tempo a little bit more, and it really seemed like you guys were firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, we focused on that a lot this week, and moving the ball and just playing together as a team. And when things get tough, we need to come together as a family.
Definitely. You know, you've been in the program. How is it playing for Paul Poach? I mean, he's a different character. He's got a sense of humor unlike anybody I've ever met, and he always puts a smile on my face. Doesn't matter whatever he says towards me.
Yeah, he's just a completely different, coach for me. I've never had a coach like him. He gets on you and makes you laugh, but he still doesn't let anything slide. Practice is a lot harder, as it should be. There's not a practice week go by that not everybody's red in the face and struggling, and we get better because of him.
You know, and you know, this is, you know, your third time through the Cascade Conference. It's got to be nice for you. You know, you're playing a little different role this year. In the past, have played primarily on the block. Now getting a chance to step out and shoot a jump shot, and that 3-ball's been key for you this year.
Yeah, I've never really been a three-point shooter, and this summer he told me to work on it. So that's my role in rebounding, and if I get an occasional outside shot, but it's more just moving the ball and us winning the game. That's when I'm happy. And
you came out that very first game of the year. Well, let's take a step back. It started with the scrimmage, knocked down, I think, 3 or 4 threes in the scrimmage here against Lynn Benton. Then he came out, hit, I think, 4 of them in the first half against Menlo. You had to be sitting there, geez, I almost scored as many points in this first game I did all last season. I mean, it was big times.
Yeah, I think I surprised myself, but I think it's more just my teammates having trust in me and us playing together.
And your rebound numbers have climbed as well. I mean, you almost had 10 last night. I think you had 9 in the game last night. And, you know, using your size to your advantage and to be able to go up and get rebounds. I heard about a rebound drill you guys did in practice.
Yeah.
Learning to use 2 hands. I heard about that one. I heard that was a fun drill.
Yeah, Coach pushes us to do things like rebounding. I've never really done it, and he's pushing me to be a completely different player than I've ever been. So.
Talk about growing up in Springfield, Oregon. All-conference player. Your team went to state, and playing in it's not really a small town. You're in the shadow of the University of Oregon. But talk about playing in Springfield and what brought you to Oregon Tech.
Just the community. I knew girls on the team, connections, so then I got brought here, and I just fell in love with the community, the school, the fans, and everything about it.
Let's talk about school. What are you studying, and what's the future for Kaylee Elliott?
I'm a sophomore in the nuclear medicine program right now for medical imaging.
And down the road, it's like every Oregon Tech grad, they get a nice job and all that fun stuff. What's for Christmas? What's on your Christmas list?
I just want to spend time with family. I don't have anything growing up. So I don't have anything fun.
I was waiting for gift cards, or new shoes.
It's always nice.
Yeah, I asked the same question to Melissa last night. She said the same answer.
Yeah.
So, Kaylee, thanks for stopping by. You and your family have a great holiday, and we'll see you when you guys get back to town, and then off to Portland we go.
Yep.
You got it.
Thank you.
Kaylee Elliott joining us here on the halftime report as Oregon Tech's men leading Evergreen 39-30 the break. Bobby will be back with us. We'll break down the first half numbers when we return. We're live here at Danny Miles Court on 92.5 KLAD.
That's the Red Rooster. And last but not least, another sterling silver owl pendant from Main Street Jewelers. Thank you, boys of Main Street. We appreciate you. 227-5946. 227-5946. This is the feature award of all 94-foot putters. 227-5946. All right, so I got Papa Murphy's to the Sill, Red Rooster, and the Main Street Jewelers. I see some coming around, so we got some winners. 7003 is the Mama Murphy's. 7020 is Red Rooster, and 227-5964 is Main Street.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles all priced below KBB retail. And over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
From our humble beginning serving members from a small garage to today serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager of Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob and I'm glad to know you.
The comfort of home has never been more important, which is why we're committed to delivering affordable, reliable power. Our reliability track record is 99.98%, and we're always working on new and better ways to go even further.
Tech leads by 9 coming into the second half as we look at the first half numbers here from Danny Miles scored. Oregon Tech shoots 41% from the field, 14 of 34, just 1 of 11 from three-point range, and their top 2 three-point shooters on the season, Keegan Shivers and Jay Elmore, combined 0 for 5. Tech 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Evergreen 10 of 25 from the floor. They're at 40%. I told you, Bobby, if Evergreen makes threes, they're going to stay in the contest. 5 of 13 from three, land at 39%, and they were 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Tech leads the rebound battle 23-17, including 11 offensive rebounds. Evergreen 8 turnovers, Tech with 5. Tech turning those 8 miscues into 6, make that 12 points. OIT led by 8 from Cam Osborne, 8 also from Joey Potts. They got 9 from Noah Thomas in the first half, a 3 from Blake Jensen on that dunk and 1, and it was Fraser and Shivers each with 2 for Oregon Tech. Kai Faust 1 point, but 7 first half rebounds. Jordan Joseph led the way for Evergreen. All his shots from distance, 14 points in that first half, 8 for Jaden Upshaw, their leading scorer coming into the night, and 5 for Tyler Williford. Again, at halftime, it is 39-30 in favor of Oregon Tech. You look back at that first half, Bobby, and after about 5 minutes, looked like Oregon Tech was just going to run away with things, but then Evergreen really slowed Tech down, forced them to play it into a half-court set, and willed themselves back into this basketball game.
Yeah, they did, and then, of course, Joseph really kept them in the game with his shooting. Wow.
And it wasn't like it was close-range shots that he was hitting. It was like further and further and further back, and reminded me a lot of Justin Martin at Multnomah from a few years ago. Let's look at the other scores from around the league tonight. They are halfway through the second half in Ashland. Southern Oregon's going to beat Northwest 72-42. That score there at Lithia Motors Pavilion. Eastern Oregon at home, a 21-point lead on Multnomah, 66-45 at the 12-minute mark of the second half. We already told you that College of Idaho behind 15 points from Drew Wyman. They knock off Warner Pacific. So Warner goes 0-2 on that trip. And Multnomah going to go 0-2 on that trip. Looks like Northwest's going to go 0-2 on this trip, and if Tech can hang on, Evergreen's going to go 0-2 on this trip. Home wins are always key in the Cascade Collegiate Conference. We'll take our final time out at halftime. When we come back, Bobby will have the play-by-play. Tech leading 39-30 here at the break. We're back from Danny's house after this.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection in years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday Hot Seats. Thursday Magic Elves Kiosk. Win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Mike Safford here at Danny Miles Court, along with the Hall of Famer Bobby Thompson. Oregon Tech leading 39-30 here at halftime. Bobby, the key for Oregon Tech in that first half, 26 of their 39 points came on the block. Evergreen only scored 6 points inside the key. It's got to be a thing for Oregon Tech to get the ball pounded inside, because when they got good touches, Bauman and Potts, they couldn't stop them.
No.
But trying to get the ball inside, that was the problem.
Yeah.
Against that matchup zone that Evergreen's been running. And we'll see. I would think I wouldn't have wanted to be a fly in the wall in that locker room downstairs for Oregon Tech. Probably Justin Parnell probably needed a cough drop after that conversation.
Yeah, undoubtedly. Undoubtedly. Well, we get ready
Looks like both teams, Bobby, going to have their original starters on the floor to start this second half. The gray against the black tonight, Bobby.
Yes, it is. It'll be Upshaw, Glenn, Hernandez, Kennedy, and Williford for the Gooey Duck. And it will be Osborne, Fraser, Shivers, Potts, Bauman for Oregon Tech. First shot, no good. Second shot, good by Joey Potts. So Potts there to put it in, and it's 41-30, and we got a travel.
Been waiting for that call all day, Bobby.
Yeah, and he said, Upshaw said, who, me? Yeah,
basically running with a basketball.
It's not allowed. I hate to tell you that, Jaden, but it's not allowed. All right, ball in, driving down to the lane, putting it up and scoring it. I'll tell you, Bauman can play. He's so soft with those hands, too. 4 straight for Tech. They lead it by 13. Kennedy with the ball in forecourt for the Gooey Ducks. Drives with the left hand. Osborne right there in his hip pocket. Nice pass by Kennedy. And then the shot was missed. Oregon Tech players knocked Hernandez down, and they picked him up. And the foul is going to go against Keegan Shivers. That'll be his first. And at the line to shoot 2 will be Mikey Hernandez. Hernandez for 2 shots. 43-30 the score. First shot by Hernandez is no good.
Evergreen 5 of 9 from the line. That's not like them.
Yeah, and the guys that he makes 1 of 2 to make it 43-30. Tech puts the ball in play. Osborne coming down, gets it into the front court. Osborne is bumped, no harm, no foul. They get the ball in to Bauman. Bauman wants to go to the hoop, put it up. It would not go. He was underneath the hoop trying to put it up. And now we got a whistle and a foul. I do think.
Hey, it's Potts going
through. It's going to be Joey. Joey picked him up. He said, hey, I picked him up. Do I have to accept the foul? But, yeah, you do. And on Potts, that's number 2. Not too many fouls in this game, Mike.
After watching that women's game.
All right, out of the backcourt comes Glenn. Glenn on the dribble, goes right-hand side to Hernandez. Back to Glenn. Glenn with the left hand, way out on top again. This time gets the ball to Kennedy. Bounces it down low to the big guy, Williford. Williford backs his way in. Fade away, 12-footer. Williford good. Williford can play, and he now in the ball game has got 7. 43-33, 10-point lead. Tech into the front court. Get it down low to Potts. Potts backs his way in, wants to go up with it. He's hammered, and he'll go shoot 2. And we'll see if Williford is going to be the one that drew the foul. And it is. Williford picks up the foul. That will be his first foul. And that'll send Potts to the line for 2.
Oregon Tech overloading things and basically getting an ISO with their big inside. They went to Bauman the first 2 times up floor. This time they went to Joey Potts and got good touches from the guys who lead the league, number 1 and number 2 in field goal percentage.
And Potts missed that first free throw. If there's any weakness for Joey, it's his foul shooting. And there are a lot of the Owls that are right there with him. Second shot is good, makes 1 of 2, and that's what, other than the top 3, the rest of them are shooting about 50%. The lead is at 11, 18-20 remaining in the game. Back to the front court comes Northwest. Out on top of the ball is Glenn. Glenn on the dribble, looking to find something, a good pass. Passes down low to the big guy, Willison. Willison goes in, gets it back out with the ball to Glenn. Now a pass almost intercepted by Shivers. Now he drives down the corner. Now they get it to Kennedy. Kennedy passes underneath. It was a great pass, but it's just out of the reach of Williford. That would have been a nice, easy bucket for him.
One of the little kids down there got a ball. Thought, get a souvenir?
No, got to give it back. That's how Tech comes the other way. Osborne on the dribble right in front of us. Gives the ball to Shivers. Shivers passes inside to Fraser. He gives it up to Bauman. Bauman turns, little 5-footer, good. Bauman is just a man among boys on shots from that area. 46-33, lead back up to 13. Front court. Holding the ball is Kennedy. Kennedy now gives it over to Upshaw. Upshaw gives it to Hernandez. He whirls, he drives, he puts up a little 5-footer off the glass. No. Rebound cleared off by excuse me. Tech into the front court, down low, and Bauman, who cleared off it, now gets the return pass, and Bauman puts it in again, and Cody now has 12 in the game.
Great entry pass by Fraser.
And with that, we got a timeout. 17:04 remaining in the ballgame. 48-33. Tech's lead is 15.
Hi, I'm Rob Cedar, General Manager at Clown Falls Honda and Clown Falls Subaru. I've lived here my whole life. Most of our employees have lived here their whole life too. Our sales, service, parts, and body shop teams are all staffed with experienced local folks. You know them and they know you. Our dealerships are comfortable and not corporate. Comfortable means we're focused on you. I'm Rob, and I'm glad to know you.
These days, you can eat about any kind of pizza in any kind of environment, and that's great. But at Abby's, our customers today want the same things our customers wanted way back in 1964. Delicious pizza, shared with family and friends in a fun, casual setting. If that sounds old-fashioned, that's sort of the point. From our 36 locations, Abby serves the kind of traditional pizza that traditions are made of. Good to the last slice. Abby's, a legendary pizza tradition. Yum.
Joey Potts and Bauman, oh boy, they have had a great start to the second half.
Yeah, they have, and I think that's what Frankie Johnson's talking about. We got to do something. We got to stop them. We got to have them play like they did the second part of the first half, and then we got a shot. All right, ball will belong to Evergreen State. Hernandez ready to take it out. Hernandez will take the ball out, and he will get it into Glenn. And he does. Glenn in the backcourt will come back into forecourt. Guarded by Shivers. Glenn backs up a little bit. Now they set a screen for him. He goes around. Now they give it back to the big guy, to Upshaw. Upshaw behind the back dribble. Loses the handle on it. They get it back. Go down along the baseline. Shot on the way from the corner. No, won't go. Rebound pulled off by Potts. Gets it ahead to Osborne. Osborne switches hands on the dribble. Throws it up. No, but he's going to be fouled on the play, and he'll shoot two.
What a great hesitation dribble by Cam Osborne. Just like a little head and shoulder fake. Got the position on the defender, elevated, drew the contact, nearly got the N1.
And Glenn gets the foul. Shot by Osborne is good. I think this weekend has proved that Cam Osborne is back, don't you think?
Oh, I agree. Back-to-back really good games.
It's been shaky ever since he had his injury, and they'd been injured so many times in the 3 years. All right, front court, missed the second one. Second shot, get it into Kennedy's. Gets it way back out. Driving with the ball, now they get it in. Over in the corner, throwing it away. That was just very careless pass on the play by Upshaw. He just flat threw it where Glenn wasn't and flew it right over to the crowd. And they said thank you, but they gave the basketball back to Robbie Cesena to put back in play. Tech with the ball in the forecourt, 16-15 remaining in the game. Tech with a 16-point lead. To Keegan Shivers, they could have their biggest lead of the night with a bucket here. Shivers now to Osborne on the old Santa Clara weave. Osborne lobs into Bauman, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Williford. 9 seconds on the shot clock, 16:01 on the game clock.
Tech 4 of 6 here in the second half. Evergreen 1 of 3 with 4 turnovers.
All right, Osborne looking for the alley-oop, and it was just a little bit, it was almost made by Potts, but it just hit the back and came off, and they came the other way. It was a good effort. Give him an E for effort on that one. Williford driving in, kicks it back out to Kennedy. He wants to drive baseline, and a grab is going to be called against Cam Osborne. Illegal use of the hands, as Mike Safford would say. Grab, hold, go the other way. Okay. Well, they'll take the ball out underneath the basket, non-shooting, get it in way out on top to Glenn. Now they give it over to Hernandez. Hernandez on the left-handed dribble, trying to get around Osborne. Does, but Potts blocks the ball. But they get it back. Willison comes up with it. Willison now comes way back out to Upshaw with 5 seconds on the clock. Upshaw jumps up one and hits it from about 16. Cuts the lead back to 14 at 49-35. Front court, Keck with the ball. Fraser lob into Potts, put it up. Oh, wanted to slam it and hit the back of the rim. hit the back of the rim and it bounced away. My. Very unusual for that to happen to JP, but it did. Kennedy in the corner, down along the baseline, driving up and under. Kennedy, nice play.
Hesitation dribble.
Yeah, Lane Kennedy. I mean, it's like slow motion to me. You call it is hesitation, but it's just like you put the camera on slow-mo. Fraser has the ball in the front court. The lead is only 12. Trying to go up with it was Cody, and there were 4 guys there to block his shot, but then they throw the ball away. Coming back down, they throw it away. Guerra's going to come in, and Osborne's going to come out for Oregon Tech. Give Cam a rest. And Guerra will bring the ball up. Guerra into the front court. We give it to Fraser. Now to Potts. Hands it back to Fraser. Eric on the dribble. Eric wants to drive in traffic. Gets it back out. Now they're over this side to Shivers. Down to Bauman. Wants to put it up and score it. Nice entry pass by Shivers. And Bauman said thank you, and he put it away. Lead back up to 14. Jump shot on the way, over and off, no good, taken by Upshaw. Tech the rebound, but then Guerra's pass is intercepted by Leigh Kennedy. Kennedy over on the far side, long 3 ball on the way, in and out of the hopper, won't go. Rebound as they crush for, and finally Bauman gets it tipped over to him by Fraser, and they come back the other way. Getting a little rough out there, Michael.
Oh, wow, I thought it was a foul on Fraser. Tech got a break there.
I did too. All right, Fraser down low, wants to go in and up, put it up, won't go. And the ball will come off, and here comes Evergreen again. Driving down, Upshaw gets it in the corner. To Glenn, back to Upshaw, back to Glenn, wants to go around, switch hands, put it up, roll it. It will not go in. Would have been a great play had it gone in. But now we're going to have a foul and see if they're going to call it on. They're going to call it on Shivers, I do believe. Shivers picks up the personal foul. That will be his second. And it looks like right now we're going to have a timeout, Mike. Or are we? What are we doing?
It's funny how they change the rules, and I've noticed this year in, year out, that I thought the first media, or the first 30 second timeout always got extended to a media regardless.
Was that like in each half?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
It's funny, some officials call it one way. And
wow, some the other. All right. Now a little altercation over there on the, don't know what happened there either. They're going to call a foul. Oh, no, they're putting 20 seconds on the clock. They wanted the ball back. They're going to start all over again.
It was 1-1. Thomas and Joseph battling.
And the pass comes in way out on top to Glenn. Glenn going to give it up to Mikey Hernandez. Hernandez gives it over to Williford. Shot on the way, no. Rebound, Kai Faust gets it up to Guerra. Tech leads by 14 with 13:10 to go in the game. Front court, now to Thomas. Thomas driving in, kicks it back out to, now they get it into Kai Faust, and Kai Faust is going to be, is that an offensive foul on Faust?
They said he hooked him.
He hooked him. So they're going to call the foul on Kai Faust for hooking.
The two coaches, I think, are going to come unglued. They should go and get a couple Diet Pepsis and sit in the middle and just share stories, because I think they're both saying the exact same thing to the officials right now.
Well, put the ball back in is Glenn again. Gets it in, brings it across the timeline, gives it up to Mikey Hernandez, kicks it over on the corner to Williford. Back out this time with the ball to Joseph. Joseph now back to Hernandez. Want to put it up? No. Rebound tipped by Faust over to Thomas. Now to Guerra. Guerra back out to Faust. They want to get it to Elmore, but a foul is going to be called against Upshaw. Well, they're calling it pretty close, aren't they?
The ticky-tack stuff they are.
Yeah, I mean,
the tough stuff in the block, they're not. I actually like the way they're calling the game.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's as far as it, but it's very tight. as you say, one way it is and one way it isn't. But I mean, it's I have found no real problem with it. Pass in traffic, and the ball is going to stay with Oregon Tech.
But how is that not a foul with the defender player going right through the offensive player in that situation? I mean, that's the hard part.
Well, he left his glasses sitting over on that table. And they get the ball in the corner. Elmore hits it. First three of the night for Jay Elmore, and he says thank you. What was he, 0 for 4 in the first half?
0 for 4.
Yeah, now he's 1 for 5. That's better than most. That's only our second three, I do believe. All right, driving the ball inside, now kicking it back out to Russ. Russ now gives the ball back up, driving inside, looking, wanting to throw it up, and Thomas is going to get called for a foul. Thomas will get called for the personal foul as Upshaw. I tell you, they've got some real quickness on that team. But
and they handle the ball really well.
Yeah, they do. You try to take it away from them, and they're gone. You're fanning thin air.
Hey,
period.
Our student worker, Sienna, out there getting some camera time today. She is the jack of all trades. She typically is our stat caller. She worked in tickets today. Now she's sweeping the key. Does a little everything.
So that you put in a plug for all those people,
Heck
don't you?
yeah.
Yeah.
They work hard for us, Bobby.
I agree. First shot by Upshaw is good. And it's 54-38 with 12:03 to go. Second shot. That one wouldn't go. Rolled off the front of the rim. Just sat there for a minute and came off. Get the ball to Thomas behind the back dribble. That is quite a matchup, Thomas and Upshaw. Thomas now wants to drive to the hoop. Switch hands would not go. And we've got a whistle and a foul underneath. And
if it's on Tech, it was going to be free throws the other way, but they say no, it's a foul on Hernandez.
So Mikey Hernandez picks up his third personal foul. The Tech will take the ball out under the Tech basket. 54-38 your score. 16-point lead, 11:51 to go. Guerra gets it way back out on top to Elmore. Comes right back to Guerra with it. Guerra inside, picks it back out to Thomas. Thomas finds Faust. Faust in the middle, want to put it up. Will not go, but he'll go to the line and shoot two.
Kai Faust already, Bobby, with 10 boards tonight. Second trip to the free throw line.
And that will be a foul on Upshaw. And for Upshaw, that will be his second. And Faust will go to the line. Faust had a great night last night. He's had a great weekend.
Yes, he has. This is the Kai Faust that we were expecting to
well,
see
yeah,
this season.
You know, and he is such a hard worker under the boards, on the boards. I mean, every which way.
And we saw his dad last night, too.
Yes,
he was
we
in
did.
town.
He was. Richard Faust played here, late 80s, early 90s. Nicest person, good player. Glad to see Rich last night. All right, both foul shots go down. The lead is up to 18, 56-38. And into the front court on the dribble comes Russ. Russ gives it up to Upshaw. Upshaw drives over to the right-hand side, brings it back out on top now to Joseph. Joseph whirls, want to put it up off the, didn't even get to the glass. Rebound pulled off by Guerra. And Guerra has the ball tipped up from behind and goes right into the hands of Russ, who will come back the other way as he gives it to Upshaw. Upshaw drive to the hoop, switch hands and score it. Nice play by Jaden Upshaw. Now they go after a loose ball, and they say it's going to go back again to Evergreen on the play. When they went out of bounds this way, that way, Guerra's going to come out, and Osborne will come back in for Tech. The lead is 16, and another chance for Evergreen to cut into that lead. I tell you, the play has been very physical out there on the floor tonight, Michael, in this game.
And the key is at times Evergreen takes chances.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those chances work, sometimes they don't, and in that instance it did.
So Evergreen will take it out again. Ball be taken out by Joseph. Gets it into DeAndre Russ. Now they go up underneath. Shot up and good as he broke to the hoop. And that was DeAndre Russ. Osborne comes down the other way, and a block is called, and they call the bucket. Wow, I'll tell you, that was another call that looked like it might have gone either way.
We'll take it, Bobby.
It looked like the lead with a forearm, you know, and That puts it up to a 16-point lead. Frankie Johnson not very happy about that one, and I can,
I feel for him.
I do, because I think I would have called it the other way.
We'll take
or
it.
No call.
Look at Cam adjusting his chin because he got.
Yeah.
There was a lot of contact.
Oh yeah, a lot of contact is correct. Makes a 3-point play, and right now he's got 12 points in the game. Cam Osborne. 59-42 with 10:55 to go. Here we go. Almost a travel, but he did not pull up the pivot foot by Upshaw. Gets it back over. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound comes off to Jensen, who came in moments ago. Get it to Osborne again, and Cam is tripped, and they say, no whistle, no nothing.
No nothing, no flop, no flop
no
either.
Flop, no nothing.
I was waiting for the flop call there. It's either an offensive foul, a defensive foul, or a plop. One of the three, you would think.
You didn't wait. It was called swallow your whistle. 3 by Elmore. Won't go. Rebound. Oh, Kai Faust. They ripped it out of his hands and he's going back up with it. Boy, a lot of busy hands in there. Russ for a shot. No good. And it's going to be a drawn charge by Elmore as Russ will pick up the charging foul. Elmore drew the charge. Good job there by Jay Elmore drawing the charge. 59-42 Tech. 10:30 to go. A lot of whistles in this ball game.
A lot of whistles today. That women's game, Bobby, had a combined 45 fouls.
It was very long.
This one's 30. 30
yeah,
fouls.
We're getting close. We still got 10 minutes to go. Elmore holds the ball over on the side. Now he goes to the dribble, gets it out to Cam Osborne. Now over to Fraser on the left. Fraser at the foul line, extended left. Now to Elmore, now back over to Osborne. Osborne's driving to the foul line, in traffic, in trouble. Ball goes out of bounds. Lost by Tech.
10 turnovers on the Owls.
We'll go the other way. And I kind of like the gesture there. Jordan Joseph, he tapped Osborne. Sorry, but he made a good play. Now they get the ball out to the left-hand side. He leave in about a 13-footer, and that's good by DeAndre Russ. And once again, they're back to within 15. You get a lead, and then they come roaring back at you. Osborne now on the left side to Fraser. Now back to Elmore. 3-ball, in and out. Oh, tough. A rebound put back up and in by Fraser.
First field goal for Eric Fraser tonight.
61-44. 9:25 remaining. Ball in the corner on a 3-ball blocked by Elmore. Jay comes to the front court. They got 2-on-1. Give it to Fraser. And that should be intentional. I mean, if you grab a guy's jersey and he's going to make a lay-in, wouldn't that be an intentional foul?
You would think.
Excuse me, folks. But they're going to just say it's
common foul.
Common foul.
Fraser 2 of 4 from the line in the first half.
And for Eric, that's not good because he made that one because he's an 82% foul shooter. Kai Faust comes out, and coming back into the game is Bauman. Boy, that position, they've done a heck of a job, haven't they?
They have tonight.
They have done, between Bauman and Faust, that position has been solid as a rock. All right, one more for Fraser. Shot on the way. Good, got them both. And Tech now has their biggest lead of the game at 63-44. And into the front court comes Joseph. He says, I think it should be Joseph time, like it was earlier in the game when he made 3 in a row from downtown. Nice play by DeAndre Rusk. Fakes, and then puts it up and in. 63-46, back to 17-point lead. Drop it down. Now on the right-hand side to Fraser. Fraser on the dribble, in traffic, gets it out for a long 3-ball on the way off the iron. No good, taken by Keegan Shivers. They come the other way with the dribble. Joseph has it. Joseph gives it up to Williford. Or not to Williford, but O'Neal. And O'Neal is called. And with that, we got a timeout. 8:40 remaining in the ballgame. Oregon Tech 63. The Gooey Ducks of Evergreen State 46.
It's our biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge in Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, and no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm all about it. Said I'm all about it. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yep. All right, we're coming out. Elsewhere around the Cascade Conference in progress. Corbin at home early on, leading Lewis Clark State 22-14. The others are finals. Southern Oregon 92, Northwest 58. Eastern Oregon 101, Multnomah 78, and College of Idaho 76, Warner Pacific 64.
Wow. Okay, ball put in play. Osborne brings it into the front court, gets it over to Shivers, terminates his dribble, goes down low with it to Bauman. Bauman backs his way in traffic, and he is fouled on the play. I'll tell you, you got in that, and if you're almost getting mugged in there, the foul's going to go on Lane Kennedy, but you're almost getting mugged in there.
It is front and back. You have the big from the back. You have the being fronted by the smaller player. Hands going everywhere.
And here's Bauman to go to the foul line. Cody eyes the hoop, deep breath, shot on the way, no good. It went down, popped right back out. And the rebound to Evergreen the other way, long three on the way, no good. And Bauman gets the rebound. Give it over to Osborne, and Osborne is fouled by, that's the first time I've seen him. Michael Brown, welcome to the ball game. He almost dismantled Osborne.
8 minutes, 18 seconds left. Bobby Texan the double bonus, so 2 free throws the rest of the way for the Hustling Owls.
Well, the good thing is because normally, depending who you get at the foul line, we need them.
Yep.
Now let's see, Cam Osborne. The last 2 years, Cam has just struggled, period. But he seems to be working his way out of it, and he has been shooting foul shots well. That one went down and popped out, the old broadcaster jinx.
Just good to see Cam healthy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest key.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, a game like this is how you can be unhealthy in a hurry. In comes Caleb Washington for the first time for Evergreen State. With 8:18 to go. Second shot is good by Osborne. Slipping and falling down on the play was Lauren O'Neill, but he's trying to complain that he was pushed down or something. But it's 64-46. The digits are reversed, and it is an 18-point lead. 3 ball on the way, and it is buried by DeAndre Rust. And so DeAndre Rust now in the game has 9. Get the ball in the front court. Bauman's got it. Get it over to Fraser. Fraser now comes over on the far side here. Driving in. Shivers. Little lean-in floater. Won't go. Rebound. Bauman will go. Cody Bauman now in the game has got 14 points for Oregon Tech.
Make that 16, Bobby.
Oh, next 16. Okay, they just put it up on the board. Thank you. But I looked up and it was 14, and somebody's slow over there. You? Are you keeping track of that? Oh, I'm sorry. You got too much to do. What? You got too much to do. I'm sorry. They hit the 3 ball, now 66-52, and they get a steal as they take the ball away down here under the Owl basket, coming the other way again. Down there playing hardball, and he's going to be fouled on the play. Foul will go definitely against Shivers. Shivers will pick up the personal foul.
Tech just can't put these guys away.
And the lead has been cut back to 14. It was up to 19. And we haven't shot the rock, as you call it, very well tonight.
Bobby, the thing that's interesting is that it's not a thing going, oh my gosh, they are going to come back and tie it, take the lead, but it's just that uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah.
They're just hanging around.
Both shots are good by DeAndre Russ. And in the game, he's up to 11 points now from coming off the bench. Lead is cut down to 12. Basically like a 7-0 run. Pass underneath. The ball is lost underneath by Jensen. So once again, we're fumbleitising the ball away. I think the kids are going to need the Christmas break, don't you? It just seems that way. You get one great game and then one's pretty sloppy. Driving down, backing in, turning, switching hands, shot no good, hitting the deck. No harm, no foul. Tech comes the other way. Get the ball to Osborne out in front. Goes over on the right-hand side with it to Shivers. Now back on this side with it into, I tell you, talk about getting mugged. They threw it into Jensen. And he got hammered by DeAndre Russ. So that is going to put Blake Jensen at the foul line to shoot 2.
Had a career high 10 last night. Tech to bring Thomas and Potts back in.
First shot, no good.
Interesting lineup with
Shivers sits down.
Thomas going to the 2 guard.
Second shot is good. And Potts comes back into the game to replace Jensen, who made that second shot. Lead is 13 with 6:20 to go. And if Evergreen would get hot, this would be more interesting than I would like. Front court with the ball. And now they get it to Joseph. Joseph has it. He's way out in territory. And a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Osborne.
Cam was riding him the whole way, but it looked like he was in position.
So Osborne will pick up the personal foul, and on Cam, that will be his third. And that is going to put Jordan Joseph, who makes the first.
Doesn't miss free throws.
No, he doesn't. Because if he hasn't missed any tonight, he's still perfect on the season.
3 for 3 tonight.
Okay, he's up to about 20 then.
Oh, we were hoping.
Next one went around the world twice and went down. Guy can flat shoot it. Osborne gives it up to Thomas. Back over to Osborne. Osborne on the dribble. Comes left side to Thomas. Thomas looks, gets it into Cody Bauman. Bauman double team, gets it to Potts. Back open to an open Fraser. Back off the back iron. No. Thomas right there to say, I got it. Put it back up and in for Noah.
Career high 11 for Noah Thomas.
Noah Thomas now with 11 points. The Stafford machine will register that one momentarily. Now they get it out. Driving way out in front with the ball is Washington. Now Washington gets it up to Joseph. Joseph back to Washington. 5 seconds to go. Now back out for a long three. Off the iron, no good. The rebound, Noah Thomas. And Thomas coming to the front court is going to be fouled. He got hit in the face by DeAndre Russ. Good call by Rob Cesena. That he got him right smack in the face. And that will send Noah Thomas to the foul line to shoot.
Bobby Bauman, a career high 16 at Oregon Tech. Thomas with 11, a career high. Guys are doing well today.
Thomas up to 12 now. Could make it 13. Osborne comes out. And
Tech with an interesting lineup with
I guess
Thomas.
Fraser must have come back in, or Elmore. One of them, Elmore, I guess, came in for Osborne.
So it'll be interesting because that moves Noah Thomas to the point for the first time this year.
Well, this could be interesting. Here comes the second shot, 70-56. Good job, Noah. Made them both. 71-56. Thomas now in the game has got 14 points. Front court, here come the Gooey Ducks. Out on top, Now with the basketball is Upshaw. Upshaw gives it up. Driving the baseline is the big guy, Williford. Now he gets it back out to Kennedy. Kennedy bounces back to Williford. Williford underneath, kicks it out with 8 seconds. Now they find Kennedy again. Kennedy wants to put it up. And they're going to whistle a foul. Is it going to be against Potts?
I think it's Fraser.
Oh, it's Fraser.
We don't have a huge crowd tonight, good crowd tonight, but you can definitely hear the ire of the hometown crowd.
71-56. And at the line will be Lane Kennedy to shoot for the Gooey Duck. 4:38 remaining. The lead is 15, but anything can happen. Kennedy shot perfect.
Evergreen has not missed a free throw here in the second half. They're now 12 of 17 for the ball game.
Second shot ready to come up. Shot on the way, in and out of the hopper, no good. That's their first miss. The old broadcaster jinx set up there by Safford.
Did my job.
And Owls come to the front court. Elmore's got it over to Thomas. Down low, putting it up. Bauman, went right over slid right over the rim. Point blank, and Fraser almost had a steal. The ball goes out of bounds, and we'll go back to Evergreen. Clock isn't running fast enough for Tech, the way they feel. They lead it by 14 at 71-57. Jordan Joseph on the dribble. Joseph gives it up to Williford. Now back to Joseph. Joseph wants to drive, can't get by Fraser, gets it over in the corner to one of his teammates. Now back out to Kennedy with 3 seconds. Kennedy launches a three and hits it. So Lane Kennedy hit the three, and all of a sudden it's 71-60 with 3:50 to go. And now,
right in front of us, you almost got a face full of someone.
Yeah, I was looking up.
Fouls on O'Neal.
So O'Neal picks up the foul. He was almost up here on the table. Faust can't come in because you have to wait till after the first shot when they're shooting two, right? Is that it?
In the men's game, yeah. In the women's game, they've changed all that up.
But it's 10 fouls have been committed, so you wait till after. Now you can come in. And Bauman will come out, and Faust comes back in. No, Potts is going to come out.
Bauman getting a long run here in the second half. Been very active at both ends.
Thomas, good again. And for Noah Thomas, he's up to, what is that going to be?
15.
It's up to 15? Okay. Shot on the way, no. Rebound grabbed by Kai Faust. Kai Faust gets it out to Thomas. Comes in a hurry. Noah puts it in. And he's got 17 now.
What a great play by the freshman.
Noah Thomas showing that he can play. We got a timeout. 3:28 remaining in the game. Oregon Tech 75. Evergreen State 60.
Biggest car sale of the year. So if you're tired of inflated prices and have been waiting for the right time to buy, well, now is the time. Lithia Ford, Lithia Toyota, and Lithia Dodge and Clement Falls have joined forces to give you the best present ever this holiday season. Over 350 used vehicles, all priced below KBB retail, and over 150 new vehicles priced at or below MSRP. It's our largest selection of years. Plus, make no payments for 120 days. Don't miss the Lithia Clement Falls Auto Group's biggest car sale of the year.
When you think fun, think Clamoya Casino. Deck the halls with cash drawings and win up to $1,000 cash. Win up to $200 cash playing Let It Snow Sunday Hot Seats. Thursday Magic Elves Kiosk. Win up to $100 cash. And on Christmas Day, you'll be rocking around the Christmas tree to win up to $200 cash and a silver bar. Stay and play at Clamoya Casino in Chiloquin, where winning comes naturally.
Bobby Tech with 4 players in double figures. Thomas was 17, Bauman was 16, Osborne with 13, Potts with 11. Tech with the lead at 75-60, trying to close this one out and move to 2-3 in conference play.
All right, the basketball will be put in play by Evergreen. Taking the ball out will be Lauren O'Neill. O'Neill looking to get it in. He's going to bring it way in the backcourt to Jordan Joseph. He's been kind of quiet in this half, Mike. Joseph has. Over on the left-hand side, driving down, and they pass it over in the corner, and the ball almost intercepted by Noah Thomas.
Bobby, Tech has changed up defensively. They're switching every ball screen, so instead of trying to play a gap area, they have switched all ball screens. It's really taken Evergreen out of their offense the last 2, 3, 4 times down floor.
Kennedy gets the ball in, takes a return pass, shot on the way, no, rebound. Kai Faust, another one for Faust on the rebound.
12
boards for Kai. Frazier over on the left wing, now gives it up to Thomas. Thomas comes forward, and he's hammered. Foul's going to be called against Joseph. Well, the freshman's taking a beating out there. And that will be 4 fouls on Joseph.
Tech's got to the line 32 times tonight. That's a season high.
Kyle Hadwick will be in momentarily. Shot by Noah Thomas is good. Frazier out. Hadwick comes in with 3:03 to go.
Good to see the senior get a shot here. Actually, he's a senior, but he has another year if he wants.
Year. He, last night, 5 points. I think that was his career high. Shot on the way. No good on the second one by Thomas. Come down into the front court with Upshaw. Upshaw now takes a return pass, and they're going to call Thomas for a foul. Thought he had the steal, but the official said no, they're going to shoot 2.
He was trying to play an overplay coming through that screen. Got a hand on the ball, but I think part of his quad, also maybe a little bit of his forearm, got part of the body.
Shot on the way, perfect by Upshaw.
Hey, Hootie's doing their job down there. Trying to make it tough for Upshaw. Quiet 14 for him tonight.
He missed one. That's pretty good for Hootie. Hootie just stood there, looked. Thomas into the front court, almost lost a handle. Shot from the corner for 3 is good by Elmore. Thomas even put his fingers up, that's going in. That's 79-61. That could be what sealed the deal for Tech. Thomas with a steal. Gets it ahead to Hadwick. Back to Thomas. Goes to the hoop. Score it. Assist to Hadwick. And it's 81-61. Coach Parnell can relax now. That definitely did it. 20-point lead. 2:15 to go. Go over on the wing to Glenn. Or rather Hernandez. Hernandez takes a return pass. Hernandez drives in. Goes back over in the corner. Long rainbow 3 over and off. No good. Taken by Upshaw. Rebound cleared off by Cody Bauman. Gives it up to Thomas. Now they go out to Elmore. Going back to Jay with the ball. Elmore. Now back to Hadwick. Hadwick's got it. In trouble. Now gets it over to Thomas. As they're playing catch, they're down to 7 seconds to go. Thomas is going to drive in, floater in the air, hit it again.
What a night!
And he now has 22 points. 83-61. And I don't know what transpired. I did not see that. But it looks like they had to separate a couple of players.
They blew the whistle. I don't know if it was a timeout. I see massive substitutions. Let's see what they say.
So we'll see. Foul's called on Lane Kennedy.
And so it come back to the other way, and Tech will get free throws. Noah Thomas getting a chance to try to pad those stats tonight.
Well, the first one didn't pad very well. Second one did. And Guerra's going to come in, and I wonder if he's going to come in for Thomas.
Either way, it's going to be a timeout, it looks like,
Okay,
Bobby.
we'll take a timeout. 1:26 remaining in the game. 84-61. Oregon Tech on their way to the second victory of the weekend.
From our humble beginnings serving members from a small garage to today, serving communities across Southern Oregon, Rogue Credit Union was founded on the idea that together we're stronger. For over 60 years, Rogue has been living, giving, supporting local, committed to lending a hand. Where you're more than just an auto loan or checking account, you're an owner, just like our founders intended back in that small garage in 1956. Living local, it's a Rogue thing.
Feeding and watering, building, tending, and mending, one foot in front of the other, day after day, season after season. At Coastal, we're proud to say we've walked a mile or two in boots just like yours. That's why our stores are stocked with everything you need by folks who care. Find your store or shop now at coastalcountry.com with shipments to your door, in-store, or curbside. We are Coastal, and we're just what the country needs.
Grant Toll comes into the game during that timeout to play for Tech, joining Hadwick, Thomas. And also into the game for Tech was Jesse Higgins into the game. Hadwick wants to go to the well, and he is fouled. He was driving into Dunkaruski, and he almost ended up on his back.
If he would have dunked that one, oh my!
The roof may have come in. That was not the thing to do, I don't think, at this time. Do you, Mike? Maybe not.
I would have late in a game
when you're ahead that far.
Take it right down the middle. I thought he was going to leave it off for Jesse Higgins and let him dunk one.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been the right play. Hadwick hits the foul shot. Thomas comes out, and what a hand he gets from the crowd. Noah Thomas comes out. One more shot for Hadwick, 85-61. Second shot no good. Higgins the rebound, gets it back out to Hadwick. Get it down low, put it up, toe, off the glass and in. It's 87-61 with a minute 4 to go. Front court come the Gooey Ducks. DeAndre Russ takes a return pass. Now they go down in the corner. Long shot from there, over and off. Rebound, Hadwick. Hadwick the rebound, gets it ahead to Guerra. Back to Hadwick. Ahead to Toll. Over in the corner. Elmore for three, and it's good. Jay Elmore hits the three. He's now got 9 in the game. And it's 90-61. With 35 seconds to go, 22 on the shot clock. Shot coming back the other way, and that's good. A 3-ball. Nice shot by Caleb Washington. Tech takes it out, leading 90-64. Get it into Elmore, and he's fouled on the play. Rather a silly foul at this point of the game. But a foul is a foul, and Tech will come down to shoot.
Jay Elmore, after a slow start, 9 tonight, chance to get to double figures for back-to-back games.
So, Elmore at the line, shot on the way, perfect for Jay.
And Bobby, Tech's going to shoot 40 free throws tonight. It's been a long time since they've taken 40 free throws in a game.
I agree. Elmore now with 11. And it's 92-64 Tech. And Evergreen comes to the front court. And driving with the ball. Pass comes over. Long 3-ball again. This one no good. Yes, it is good. It went up in the air. Came back down through. Another bucket for Caleb Washington. Higgins has the ball. Gets it out to Guerra. Guerra back over to... Now they get it to Higgins. Holds it. Jesse, and they give the ball. They steal it from Jesse, and that's the ball game. Jesse just kind of handed it to him. And that'll do it. Oregon Tech, another win, Mike Safford, 92-67. 4-0 sweep for the weekend for the men and the women.
Well, it wasn't as pretty as I think Justin Parnell would have liked it to be, but the depth of the Oregon Tech team and the big bodies in the middle really got them that edge early in the second half, and then it was the Noah Thomas show the rest of the way. What a big win for Oregon Tech.
Yeah, definitely a big win.
Final tonight, Oregon.
Franklin, nice to see you.
Final
nice
tonight, 92-67. The Hustlin' Owls have the victory. Post-game shows